the lost island of San Juan. Okay, picture this. You're a pirate in the 1600s, right? You've got your compass, your parrot, your scurvy, the whole starter pack. You look at your map, and there, sitting right next to Mindanao, is a massive island. It's huge. It's got mountains. It's got people with curly hair who are taller than everyone else. It's called San Juan. It's on the Spanish maps. It's on the British maps. The most famous navigator in history, the guy who inspired Darwin, he said, "I was there. I saw the hills." But here's the problem. If you look at Google Earth today, that island, it's gone. Poof. Just deep blue water. So did it sink? Did it explode? Or have we been lied to for 300 years? Today, we're hunting for the Philippine Atlantis. And the answer? It's gonna rewrite everything you think you know about our history. Buckle up. So let's rewind. We're going back to the golden age of sail. It's a time when maps were basically vague suggestions, like here be dragons, and here be, I don't know, I was drunk. But San Juan wasn't a doodle. In 1646, this Italian genius named Robert Dudley releases the Dell'Arcano del Mare, The Secret of the Sea. Now, this wasn't some napkin sketch. The engraver, a guy named Antonio Lucchini, he spent 12 years carving these plates. He used 5,000 pounds of copper. 5,000 pounds! You don't spend 12 years carving a lie, right? That's like dedication to a prank that I just don't possess. And then we have the eyewitness, William Dampier. This guy is a legend. Pirate, scientist, best-selling author. In 1686, he's sailing the Signet, and he writes in his journal, I'm paraphrasing here, he says, "Yeah, we pulled up to St. John, latitude 7 or 8 degrees north. It's got these beautiful rolling hills. It looks like one giant grove of trees." He didn't say, "I think I see something." He said, "I was there." He described the coordinates, latitude 7, longitude was a mess back then. But the latitude was specific. So where is it? This is where the Atlantis theory comes in. And honestly, it's not that crazy. We are on the Pacific Ring of Fire. We have volcanoes that can blow mountains apart. Look at Pinatubo. Look at Taal. Was San Juan a volcanic island that just collapsed? Did a massive earthquake along the Philippine Trench, which is right there, by the way, did it just swallow the land? This theory was so compelling that Federico Aguilar Alcuaz, national artist, legend, he was obsessed with this. In 1969, he was ready to mount an expedition. He wanted to find the sunken remains. He believed that our history had literally fallen into the sea. But before you go renting a submarine, there's a darker, weirder possibility. Actually, I want to try something new. Pause the video right now, go to the comments, and I want you to tell me, has your Lolo or Lola ever told you a story about an island or a place that used to be there but isn't anymore? Drop it in the comments. I'm reading all of them. Seriously, go. I'll wait. Okay, you back? Good, because San Juan disappeared from the maps around the 1800s, but the energy, the spooky don't sail here energy, it didn't leave. It just moved west. Welcome to the Romblon Triangle. The locals call it the graveyard of ships, and they are not kidding. This is where the MV Doña Paz went down in 1987. 4,000 people. The worst maritime disaster in peacetime history. The Titanic was bad. This was worse. Then the MV Don Juan. Then the Princess of the Stars. It just keeps happening. Now, scientists will tell you, and they're right, that it's about currents. You've got the Pacific Ocean slamming into the West Philippine Sea, slamming into the Sulu Sea. It's a washing machine of death. But if you ask the locals, they'll tell you about Lolo Among. Legend says Lolo Among captains a ship made of pure gold, not wood, gold, and he sails it through the triangle at night. If you see the golden ship, It's too late. It's the harbinger. But why gold? That's oddly specific, right? Well, that's because the Lost Empire isn't just a story about land, it's a story about wealth. While we've been chasing phantom islands and ghost ships, archaeologists in 2025 dropped a bombshell that is actually way cooler than Atlantis. They were digging on Iline Island in Mindoro, and they found stuff dating back 35,000 years. Now here's the kicker. Mindoro never connected to the mainland, even during the Ice Age. It was always an island. So if you find humans there 35,000 years ago, there is only one way they arrived. They didn't walk, they sailed. And they weren't just floating on logs. They found these double-pointed bone gorges. These are hooks designed for deep-sea fishing. Tuna, shark. You don't catch a shark from a raft, guys. You need a boat. You need engineering. This means that 30,000 years before Moana, our ancestors were already mastering the Pacific. They were trading obsidian, volcanic glass across the open ocean. And it wasn't just survival, it was civilization. Look at this. This is the Butuan Ivory Seal. It's made of rhino ivory. We don't have rhinos. That came from India or Borneo. And that writing? That's Butuan in Kawi script. A seal is used for stamping documents, bureaucracy, contracts, trade deals. You don't have a seal unless you have a state. So we don't need San Juan to be real for us to be impressive. We already were. But I know what you're thinking. Okay, smart guy, but what happened to San Juan? William Dampier saw it. Is he a liar? No, Dampier wasn't a liar. He was just confused. Here is the most likely reality. Dampier describes St. John at latitude 7 or 8. Siargao is right there. He describes small hills and a great grove. Have you been to Siargao? It is literally a forest of coconut palms and rolling hills. Dampier was likely looking at Siargao, or maybe the tip of Mindanao, Cape San Agustin, and thinking it was a separate island. It happens. But the smoking gun, it's not a map, it's a board game. I kid you not. In 1665, Antonio Puccini, who knew the map plates better than anyone, made a board game. And on the square for the Philippines, he doesn't write San Juan, he writes San Siargao. San Siargao. Even back then they knew. It was a typo, a clerical error. Someone wrote San Juan instead of Siargao. And because no one had Google Maps, everyone just copied it for 300 years. That is until the OG stepped in, Father Murillo Velarde. 1334. He lives in Manila. He talks to the locals. He makes the most accurate map of the Philippines ever. And guess what's missing? San Juan. He deleted it. He knew it was fake. He canceled San Juan 300 years ago. But the Europeans? They kept putting it back on their maps because they trusted their old books more than the local reality. San Juan was a phantom, a ghost born from a bad game of telephone by European sailors. But the reason we want it to be real, the reason Alquaz wanted to find it, is because we feel like something was lost. We feel that gap in our history where the great civilization should be. But the truth is, it's not lost. It's just buried. It's in the bone hook. It's in the gold teeth of Boanao. It's in the ivory seals of Butuan. The Lost Empire isn't a sunken island. It's right here. We just need to learn how to read the map. Keep looking for the truth. I'll see you in the next one.